guys, it's your girl, Lady Lydia, and I have a delicious cake for you. This cake is called Impossible Cake. This is the cake if you want to impress somebody, you want to make it seem like you have done the most. It is elegant, luscious, delicious, layered with flan and a tender coffee infused caramel glazed cake that will blow anybody's mind away. So, honey, this is the cake right here for that dinner night, for that special someone. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. As you can see, we are preparing a water bath to put our pan in. So I'm using my pan to measure the water in the pan. I'm doing it, I would say, about maybe 1/3 of the way of the pan. So after that, we'll go to the next step. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and put this water bath into the oven while it's preheating. Now as you can see, I floured my baking tube pan. Now you don't have to add this much flour. I put a little bit too much of it, but yes, go ahead and melt your caramel in the microwave. I would say about 10 seconds, I'm sorry. And this is the caramel that I use. And then you set that to the side, and we'll go ahead and jump into our next step. Now that the batter, cake batter is made, we're going to go ahead and put it into our cake pan. So you're just going to go ahead, just like you do normally with any other cake, you just layer it and pour it into the pan evenly, and then we'll jump into our next step. Alright guys, so we got the batter into the pan, and we're going to go ahead and set that to the side and jump into making our flan. So now I'm using a blender. You can use a food processor. I would recommend either one of those. Just add all of your ingredients in there and turn it on. I put mine on the smoothie, but you can pulse it if you want. You can do that as well. Just make sure all of the eggs are well combined into the batter with the milk and the condensed milk and the flavors. So just make sure it's well combined. So that's the reason why I use a smoothie one. Now, after we do that, we will jump into our next step. Now that our flan is well combined, we're going to go ahead and go to the next step. Now, so what we're doing right now, I'm using an extra fine sieve, and this is just to help drain the liquids, get any extra particles, anything out of it, so that it will cook up smooth and delicious. So you're going to take your time with this. I'm using this square bowl just so you guys can kind of see it in action. Yeah, it's so easy to do. It's not hard at all. Now, I'm going to do it in steps, of course, just to kind of let you see what it does. But you can get this on Amazon and it's not expensive at all if you don't have one. It's just an extra fine mesh that you can use. Some people use even cheesecloth, but I like to use this. So anyway, we'll continue on to the next step. finishing up pouring everything, all of the liquid into the batter, as you can see, I also did not mix it. I had to do it in parts like I told you previously, but as you can see, we're almost done. Once you pour everything into the batter, again, do not stir. Just pour it on top. Don't worry about how it looks. Don't. That's why it's called impossible cake. So I went ahead. I'm going to clean this up, of course, and then we're going to pop this into the oven and let it cook. And as you know how YouTube does it, we slide it into the oven and we take it out, and voila! There we have it, guys. It has been cooking for about an hour. Now, don't take it out of the pan. Take it out, sit it on a stove or whatever you have, a cooling rack, and let it cool for 1 hour. After it cools for an hour, then you take it out of the pan. Now mine is cool. And you can see the little flour that I had on the pan, and that's okay. But you don't have to use that much flour. You don't even have to use what I use. So again, let's go ahead and dig into this cake. Guys, this is so delicious. You will be surprised how delicious this cake tastes. I'm telling you, this cake is to die for. It is so silky and smooth. And my son tore this cake up. I tell you, I put it in the kitchen, got up the next morning, over half of it was gone, because that is how delicious it is. So listen, I'm going to go ahead and dig into this. I really appreciate you guys for watching, and I hope you take care.